everybody? Welcome to the Sports Grind Season 3, Episode 18. My name is Tyler Wargo. A lot has happened considering that we finally have contenders for the Super Bowl, NFC and AFC Championship wrapped up. We have our winners, and we're going to review that today. And we're going to be going over the NBA action from last night, Saturday night. A lot has happened. We have 5 games to go over. No, actually 6 games to go over. 6 winners out of that. We'll be going over that. Going with my thoughts on the teams entering the Super Bowl, and yeah. So without further ado, let's get right into it. NFL Conference Championship begun. AFC Championship. Bengals tackled the Chiefs 27-24. I mean, I was so upset. I was on the edge of my seat watching that game, considering how good Patrick Mahomes did that game. He had it in him the whole game. He kind of let it slide through the fourth quarter, but I mean, still, without a doubt, even though he let go of the fourth quarter, just like with the little slip of the ball, I still think he's man of the game. So he had 275 yards with 3 touchdowns, giving up only 2 interceptions. As we know, the Bengals defense is definitely carrying them this far into the playoffs. And we saw most offensive plays from the Chiefs, considering that they were playing the Bengals defense. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, the passing yards to Travis Kelce was superb. We saw a lot from that. Going with the running game that Patrick Mahomes had. And as for the defense, we saw a lot from the Bengals, as they had 2 interceptions, sacking Mahomes 4 times. So that's pretty good to see. I mean, all in all, I just find that a really good game, considering how close it was. In the end, it was the kicker, Evan McPherson, to set the game and to win. I mean, yeah, Patrick Mahomes, let's talk about him, as I talked about him before. Patrick Mahomes, I mean, this guy is just really good. We thought that he was going to carry the Chiefs to the Super Bowl until the kicker, Evan McPherson, stepped in, and honestly, they took the ball from the Chiefs and they went on to go to the Super Bowl. I find that very shocking. And let's talk about it. After Evan McPherson, the kicker for the Bengals, made that kick to send the Bengals into the Super Bowl, does this make him the best kicker in the NFL? I mean, there's a lot of kickers out there like Justin Tucker out there and Matt Gay, but honestly, I want to say I really think Evan McPherson is the best kicker in the NFL. I mean, when you really look at it, this guy made 4 out of 4 field goals that game. He didn't miss any field goals at all this playoffs, and that gives him confidence going into the Super Bowl with the kicks. And yeah, without Evan McPherson doing well in that game, I really don't think the Bengals could have went on. I definitely think it would have went to overtime, and the Chiefs would have went far into the Super Bowl. But no, Evan McPherson was the game changer, which is why I think he's the best kicker in the NFL. And going forward, this is your next franchise kicker for the Bengals. Now we look over the NFC Championship. Rams finally knocked the 49ers 17-20. Really good game. Like I said, just like the Bengals and Chiefs game, another great game. I'm happy. I know a lot of people are happy. I know the Cowboy fans are happy. I know the Packers fans are happy that the 49ers are finally out of the playoffs. They got knocked out to the Rams, which, I mean, I'm not shocked. The Rams are on fire right now. And I said this last show, Matthew Stafford, he signed up with the Rams to bring them to the Super Bowl and to win a championship for this year. And he will certainly do that. And once he does, LA is going to be the city of champions. So, little offense from each team. As we saw, obviously, defensively, we saw a lot. This was mostly a defensive game, in which that was the reason why the game was kept close. When you got both defenses playing their best, obviously the game will be kept close. But, yeah, obviously, Jimmy Garoppolo, he just completely let down the 49ers offense in the fourth quarter. People think that the 49ers should now let him go after that, but I don't think they should let him go, because Jimmy Garoppolo has been doing well. He really stepped up to the plate ever since 49ers not doing well in the regular season. They really stepped up. Now, let's talk about it. Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford, best chemistry we're seeing right now in the league. All Matthew Stafford needed was Cooper Kupp. He didn't need Sony Michel. He didn't need Odell Beckham. He just needed that wide open pass to Cooper Kupp to send him into the Super Bowl. And he certainly passed Cooper Kupp really well. So I'm not shocked, and we should be seeing these guys go at it you should be seeing a lot of passing from these two heading into the Super Bowl. And now, man of the game, shockingly, I'm not going to say Matthew Stafford, nor am I going to say Cooper Kupp. But I'm going to say the man of the game was Matt Gay. This guy had 2 out of 3 field goals with 8 points, and the reason why I say Matt Gay was the best kicker and that it was the biggest game changer in that game was because if Matt Gay missed the field goal, the 49ers could have took could have took the coin toss and went to the overtime with the ball and could have won and moved on, Super Bowl. But Matt Gay made the field goal, which is why they're in the Super Bowl now. Without that, 49ers could have won the coin toss in the overtime, and they could have won. Because obviously we've been seeing a lot of games in the playoffs go into overtime, and just like the Bills game, if the Bills won the coin toss, they could have won. But no, the Chiefs won the coin toss. So Matt Gay was the guy that was the game changer right there. Without him, they would have definitely went to overtime and would have had the 49ers go to the Super Bowl. Now, the question is, a lot of Rams fans are asking, going with a lot of people, is will the Rams lose in the Super Bowl? Will the Rams actually lose in the Super Bowl? They've gone this far. Now that they made it, they have a really good Bengals team stepping up to the plate right now, who is also really well. You got Joe Burrow, obviously, Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, obviously, going up against Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp. Obviously, that's going to be a really good game, no doubt. Definitely one of the games for the ages. A lot of people have been wanting a game like this. But now, let's look at this. Let's think about it. I mean, Matthew Stafford signed up to win a championship. He's not done yet. I mean, yes, he's a veteran, and I know Joe Burrow, he's a rookie. He's taken LSU to the Super Bowl, and so in 2020, so he could definitely do it again. But I think the Rams are going to lose, and the reason why I say the Rams are going to lose in the Super Bowl is because the Bengals have rookies. They have rookies. Obviously, the Rams have a bunch of veterans on their team who have been in the Super Bowl before. They have had, chemistry being in the Super Bowl. But yeah, I don't think the Rams are going to make it far into the Super Bowl, considering that they're facing another heavy rival, Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon. So, I mean, yeah, it's going to be really good to look at. I'm hyped for the Super Bowl. We'll definitely come back to that next week with that. I mean, it's going to be a really good game, so keep an eye out for that. So now we're going to head over to NBA action from last night. Memphis dominated Orlando at the Amway Center, 135-115. Grizzlies record is now 37-18. Magic record is 12-42. And now, Magic, obviously, they are not having a good day. They're not having a good season. I mean, can they pick themselves up for next season? No. They need players. And not only that, but they need a coach. I mean, they're not making any baskets right now. Their shots are not going in. Yes, I will tell you, the one thing the Magic do have, and they did show this last game against Memphis, was their passing game. The passing game is really good, but their shots are just not going in. I mean, it really sucks to be a Magic fan. And now, the question is about the Grizzlies is Ja Morant the best point guard in the league? I mean, you got a lot of guys that he's competing up against, but I do think Ja Morant is the best point guard in the league. I mean, when you watch ESPN, all you're seeing is Ja Morant. You're seeing this guy heat up on the court. You're seeing his passing game, and you're seeing his strategy moving up the court. They move the ball up the court so fast with that guy, going with the chemistry. He's only a rookie, so him playing with his other rookies on the team really gives him confidence. Now, the question now is for the Magic fans is, why are the Magic losing so many games? And I clearly said it before. They don't have players, they need a new coach, and they're not making baskets. They got the passing game, they got their strategy going, but they don't have that offense with them. With offense, it comes with making shots. Their defense is perfectly there, but I would say, I mean, they can keep it close in the first half, and then they completely can blow it in the second. So, yeah, Magic are just losing a lot of games due to just, they're not making their shots. Poor shot selections. Half the time we're seeing them shoot three-pointers from out of nowhere. So clearly the Magic have something to work on going into next season. This is not their season, and it wasn't even their season last year too. So hopefully they can step their game up soon. And yeah, Magic, they're not having a good season. Grizzlies, they are. Keep an eye out for the Grizzlies. Suns lit up the Wizards 95-80. Passing game was on point for the Wizards. And, just like the Magic, their passing game was really hot that game, which kept the game close. But in reality, they got to make the shots. I mean, when you make shots, it gives the players confidence. So their defense and their offense is what can make the shots go in the basket. And also stopping the Suns. I mean, obviously, the Suns are like one of the best teams in the league. Devin Booker and Chris Paul working together really well. It really makes it hard for the Wizards. But consider that the Wizards actually kept it nearby close in the second half. I mean, it was clear they just had to make their shots, and their passing game, their defense was on point. Now, Let's talk about it too. Like the Wizards on the free throw line, they're perfect. So with that being said, they just got to get the fouls too. Getting the fouls is also resulting in the free throw line, which is where they can get most of their points from. Obviously, we saw the Wizards get a lot of fouls that game. We saw them get most of their points in the free throw line. So hopefully, if they work on these fouls in these upcoming games, they could definitely be on point to winning games. Man of the game was DeAndre Ayton with 16 rebounds, 2 assists, and 20 points. This rookie for Phoenix is absolutely dominating right now. Him and Devin Booker and Chris Paul are like the three-man team right now. Without those guys, I mean, Phoenix won't be winning games. But yeah, DeAndre Ayton, keep an eye out for that guy. This guy's young. This guy will definitely be staying with the Suns going forward. And yeah, keep an eye out for that. He owned the Hornets in Charlotte 104-86. Lakers picked up a nice win, finally beating the Knicks 115-122. The Lakers record is now 26-28. Knicks record is 24-29. So obviously those teams are having quite a struggle going with their shot selection and going with their defense. Their defense is not that well at all. They're letting the players get the shots up. Now let's talk about it. Russell Westbrook, he needs to work more in the paint. Russell Westbrook, we're constantly seeing him shoot three-pointers. We're never seeing him run in for the layups. And when he is running in for the layups, he's not making the shots. I mean, I heard about it too. There's been rumors going around, and I don't know if I didn't really see the end of the game, but I heard that Lakers fans were seriously telling Westbrook to not shoot a three-pointer. I mean, you're having your own fans telling you not to shoot a three-pointer, you gotta listen to them. But clearly he was not listening. We saw him shoot multiple three-pointers beyond the arc in the second half, and it was just making him fall. But the only reason why they won was because they had LeBron James pick up the W for them. LeBron James and AD obviously working together really best. But without Westbrook, I mean, they're not winning. So, man of the game was RJ Barrett for New York, as he had 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 36 points. I mean, this guy, another rookie to talk about. RJ Barrett, I mean, he is just absolutely dominating on the court right now. Knicks are definitely going to keep him on the team going forward. And, you know, can the Knicks make it to the playoffs? I mean, that's kind of a hard question to tell right now, but I don't think they are. But they do have these rookies that they can rely on. Now, the question is that a lot of Knicks fans are wondering is, could they have won the game? Obviously, I think they should have won the game, considering all the three-pointers that the Lakers were putting up and the defense. I mean, we saw the most turnovers come from the Lakers side than the Knicks side. I think we just saw more points being put in by LBJ and AD, which made the Lakers win. But yeah, I mean, if the Knicks just did really well defensively, they could have done really well, and they definitely could have won that game. So, to answer the question, could the Knicks have won? Yes, I think so. Bucks own the Trailblazers 137-108. Trailblazers are 10th in the Western Conference. Bucks are 3rd in the Eastern Conference. Obviously, the Trailblazers are falling way behind the list. I definitely think the Trailblazers, it's another season maybe. They're not going to do that well this season. But as for the Bucks, they're definitely going to make it to the playoffs again. Hopefully, they can make it into the Final Four when the time comes. But yeah, the man to look at was Giannis Antetokounmpo. Obviously, this guy put up 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 29 points. The guy's tall, so what do we expect from him? And now, should we see more from Tony Snell and the Blazers? I mean, the Blazers are really falling off. They have CJ McCollum, who is absolutely tearing it up on the court, but he's kind of the only guy to look at. I mean, as for Tony Snell, back when he was with Chicago, he was really good. Ever since he got traded from Chicago to Portland, he's just fallen off. And I feel like we definitely should see more from him. He only had 6 assists and 6 rebounds, and really he put up only 4 points. So if you just give him the ball more, work with him more, give him the chemistry, Tony Snell would definitely do well with the Blazers. But yeah, I definitely think we should have saw more passing with Tony Snell. And then lastly, we have Kings ending the Thunder in Sacramento 103-113. I mean, wow. Kings, obviously, they're really good. Obviously, they're not as good as the rest of the conference, but beating the Thunder is pretty good, considering the Thunder is not having that good of a season. They have a lot of new rookies to work with, so yeah, Thunder, it's a build-up season for them, considering they picked up rookies. As for the Kings, they have rookies too, so we're kind of seeing a lot of rookies enter the NBA right now. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of veterans still being in the game, but a lot of veterans don't play because they get injured a lot, and that's why these rookies are stepping up to the plate. And these rookies, I mean, give it another season or two and they'll be just as good with the team, and they'll definitely help the team like the Sacramento Kings and the Thunder get to where they want to be. So that's going to wrap it up for the Sports Grind. We'll come back we'll know what, actually we will still be here before the Super Bowl is happening. We'll be here next Friday, so definitely stay tuned for that. We'll be back with you guys on Season 3, Episode 19. And with that being said, my name is Tyler Lorgo, and thank you guys for watching.